Hi guys, today I'm going to talk to you guys about how to do the public service announcement for the Burger King video and turn that into analysis if you needed some help. There are a couple of different things that I noticed while I was watching the video, and one of them is that they opened with clips of showing people seeing the bullying of the kid. And I figured that they did that because they wanted to establish that this was definitely something that the customer saw before they put in the information that the customers reported the bullying of the burger. Something else is that when they did start reporting the bullying of the burger, the music changed to reflect a change in the tone of the customers. So they went from being content bystanders to not really be bothered by the bullying of the person to being upset about the bullying of the burger. And so the change in music reflected that change in the customers. I also noticed that they showed the 95% ticking down to the 12%. This was a really small thing that they did, but instead of just having the black text on the white screen of saying 12% of customers reported the child being bullied or like interfered or whatever, they actually went down from the 95%, which showed that it just kept going. And for a moment you go, oh my gosh, when is it going to stop? And then boom. So there seems to be a bigger contrast between those two. When I'm thinking about which of these ideas that I want to pick, I think I think possibly I could talk about both of these things together and frame it as something like they are purposely using order and how they are putting the film together. And I think that's what I'm going to focus on more than the music. And I'm thinking about that because the other one that I did was about the wealth inequality video. And if I wanted to compare and contrast those, keeping things within the same vein might be a little bit easier. So if I had talked about music in this one, but I talked about the image changing in the other one, I would have a harder time juxtaposing those two and talking about the comparing and contrasting. It could be done, but it just might not be as easy. And I want to think ahead on that. So first thing that I need is a topic sentence. And I could say something like the Burger King public service announcement, burger, effectively orders their video to appeal to logic. I'll say appeal to logos. And the reason that I'm saying that is because it seems to be a logical thing that we have to know logically that the customers did still see the bullying of the kid. Same thing is that logically we can see that the number went from 95% to 12. And that was a big decrease. So I can say the video, I'm just going to steal what I already typed up here, opened with clips showing people seeing the bullying of the kid. And that phrasing is kind of clunky, so I'm going to change that to maybe people seeing the junior kid being bullied. By establishing proof that the customers were witnessing this behavior, the creators have, by establishing proof that the customers were witnessing this behavior, the creators have, or maybe I'll say the audience is convinced that there is no excuse for them not interfering. Then, when the creators juxtapose their, I want to say maybe relaxed reactions to their enraged tempers upon seeing their sandwich bullied, the audience is more inclined to be appalled by their decisions not to interfere. Okay, so oops, I spelled appalled wrong. I think there's another L. Nope, not another L. What did I do? Here we go, appalled. So what I've done is I've described a little bit of the scene. I've talked about the order, and then I said why that order is important. And now I can also say similarly, they put the 95% statistic before the 12% statistic to also appeal to logos. Now, this brings in some of my keywords from the topic sentence so that I have some continuity and cohesiveness, but it brings in a little bit of new information so that we know where we're going. And so now that this information is here, I'm going to talk about why that is important. I want to say that I don't want to say the establishing again, but it's that idea. I'll say telling the audience that 95% of customers were upset about their food creates a threshold. Maybe I'll say a bar that maybe a standard by which we expect them to act on seeing a kid bully. Now, I need to talk about the actual moving down. So I'll say rather than, this is a good strategic move as a writer, is to not just say what you do see, but what you did not see. So rather than simply putting the 12% on the screen, the director made the 95% tick down until it finally reached 12%, emphasizing the steep decline between the two numbers. Okay, now I really want to hit it home. Why is that important to create a steep decline? So I can say something like, logically, the audience, or I'll say the viewers since I would say the audience, viewers already know that 12% is significantly less than 95%, but seeing the number, I always want to be more specific when I can, seeing the number trickle to the bottom of the number line. Maybe I'll say seeing the number. I was going to say takes so long to get down to number 12 emphasizes it, but maybe I could say seeing the number trickle down, not emphasizes, but solidifies or highlights that the customers are also letting down our expectations. I think that works. So now I kind of want to create a closing sentence that doesn't just focus on this one specific scene, but the order overall, because remember, the order is the thing that in my topic sentence I said was what really creates this. So I'll say something along the lines of the order of events and images in the Burger King, or maybe I'll say in Burger King's PSA effectively appeals to the audience's logic. And then I can start working on comparing and contrasting this with the other video or analysis. Hope that helped.